What is up guys, in this video I'm going to be restoring this Razer deathadder Chroma mouse. So basically this mouse belongs to my brother and he plays a lot of games with it, so the condition of it is pretty ruined. The scroll wheel is actually snapped off inside, which means it just spins around without clicking, and the mouse is pretty dirty in general, so I'm just going to restore it and basically turn it into a brand new looking mouse. So the first thing we've got to do, we've got to take the 3 screws apart. There is actually a screw under the deathadder Chroma sticker. As you can see, that is where the screw is, so you will actually need to make a hole in the sticker to access this screw. I've also got some replacement pads here. We're going to replace all of the rubber pads at the bottom. These pads are just so you can use it on a mouse pad and it doesn't scratch the mouse or anything like that. So I've just got this small spike tool and we can use this to basically take them off. There's quite a lot of these in screwdriver sets, so if you have a screwdriver set, the chances are it probably came with one of these. So we're just going to take all of them off. There is actually 3 of them in total, 1 of them at the bottom of the mouse and 2 of them at the top of the mouse. Don't worry if you damage them or anything, because obviously I've got some spare parts. So yeah, I'm going to take all of these off, and once we take these off, as you can see, there is actually other mouse screws underneath. So once we've got these pads off, the first thing we need to do is now remove both of these screws, and we should have all 3 screws removed. Now these screws at the top actually fall out. The one at the bottom under the sticker actually just stays in place, but these 2 will actually drop out, so make sure you don't lose them or anything like that. And once you have actually taken these, we will be able to take the mouse apart. So the mouse is clipped together, not really that strong. You can pretty much just pull it apart very easily. Some things are hard to take apart, this one isn't. And then there is actually a wire connecting the top part of the shell to the main part of the mouse. I actually took out 2 wires in this, but I only needed to take out 1. I will actually put the other one back in. But yeah, there you go. That is the top part of the mouse off. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace the scroll wheel. There is a very small screw on here. This screw is holding in the LED board. So this is the LED board, which basically makes the scroll wheel glow, the LED colors. So we're going to remove this. Very simple to remove. Undo the screw, just take it out, and then we can take out the broken scroll wheel. Now there is actually a piece snapped off inside of this scroll wheel. As you can see at the end here, there's normally this small ball which goes on the end, but it's actually got stuck. So I'm going to use this spike tool I've got right here, and we can actually take out the bit of plastic which is stuck. So as you can see, there it is. It's actually broken. This is kind of a common issue with Razer mouses. Sometimes the scroll wheels will actually break over quite a bit of use, and you can see right there the end of it is actually just snapped off. So yeah, we're going to replace this. I got this new one off eBay, I believe we got it from. You can also get them off Amazon. If I find one on Amazon or eBay, I'll be sure to link it in the description. And yeah, we're just going to clean the mouse as well. Obviously this is a gaming mouse, this is not mine, this is my brother's, but yeah, as you can see, this is very gross, very disgusting. But I guess if you use these mouses for gaming, they just get clogged up with all of this. I don't even know what that is, it's horrible. But yeah, we're going to clean it anyway and get rid of all of this disgusting stuff. So this tool is very good for cleaning mouses. You can pretty much scrape out all of this dust and horrible stuff. As I said, I don't even know what this is, it's pretty gross. But yeah, you can scrape all of this stuff out and you can pretty much get the mouse looking well, not exactly brand new, but pretty decent. Definitely restoring it. So now what we can do, we can put the new scroll wheel in. You've got to be a bit careful. How I actually got it in was just bending the bit that it actually goes into at the left hand side right here, and I was actually able to just push it in and clip it onto the mouse just like this. And as you can see, the ball is in place and the scroll wheel is clicking completely fine. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the scroll wheel. I've now got this in and it seems to be completely fine. What we can do from here is we can put in the LED board, and now we can add that small screw to it. Make sure you don't lose your screws, make sure you put them to the side so you can find them, and yeah, we can just actually screw this screw back in, and we can hold that LED board in place. So there you go, scroll wheel working perfectly fine. We can now get the top of the mouse and we can actually just plug this into the main motherboard. And then there you go, we've pretty much replaced the scroll wheel and we've got the mouse back together. There's a few more things we can do. We can clean the mouse further if we want to, or we can just leave it as it is. But we've also got to put back those sticky pads and of course put the screws back in. So there you go, just a speed run of putting the screws back in. You guys get the idea of how it comes apart now. Very simple. But if you're thinking of buying one of these or you own one, you want to restore it, it's actually very easy to do. I did this whole thing in definitely under 10 minutes. Now we're going to add the sticky pads. Now we're using the new ones. You can use your old ones if you want to, but obviously the new ones are brand new, so we're going to use these. And there's actually a small layer of plastic on each one, which I will take off when they're all placed. So yeah, you're probably thinking they look a bit shiny. That is because there is like a small plastic layer covering each one. So there you go, put the top ones on first, and then you can put the final one on. If you want to clean under the mouse pads, you can also do that. These are sticky, so they will stick to it fine, and they shouldn't come off or anything like that. So there you go, all of the pads stuck down, and now what we can do is we can just test it, put the mouse down, make sure they're all stuck, and we're going to remove this small bit of plastic which is actually stuck on each one. This is kind of just to protect it. If you want to leave it on there, you can, but it'll probably perform better without them. As you can see, this is plastic, without them it's rubber, so we're just going to take all of these off. Obviously there's just 3 of them together, so yeah, just remove these. They're pretty easy to remove, you can just use your nails, and yeah, that's pretty much it, I guess. And there you go, guys, this is restoring the Razer mouse pretty good. It turned out very well, and as you can see, it's glowing, mouse wheel was fixed, and it works perfectly fine. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.
Something like this.